Okay, hello everybody. Thank you all for coming today. I know you came just for our Women's Voices event, right? Yay! So today we have an event that is sponsored by WICCD, Women Invigorating Curriculum and Creating Diversity. And this is a Women's History Month event called Women's Voices, but we're also using this as an opportunity for kind of groundbreaking for our new all-gender bathrooms on campus. So you might have seen that some of the bathroom signs have changed, and they now say all gender rather than men or women. And part of the idea behind this initiative is to make our campus more welcoming and more inclusive, and really recognize the diversity of our student body. And there will be a variety of different ways that WICCD and other organizations on campus will be continuing this work from here into the future. So we're very excited today. See, I'm so excited I can't even talk. Okay. So we're very excited today to start off with Jessica Bishop, our wonderful WICCD intern, who has done a project for a couple of her classes that's around this idea of all gender bathrooms and other kinds of gender issues. So she's going to start us off with this piece that she has written, and she'll perform it for us. And then the microphone is open for anybody who would like to read or perform anything written by a woman, loosely defined. And that can be all kinds of different things. So I know a lot of you brought stuff to read, stuff that you wrote, or stuff that you just really like to read and want to share with other people here today. So that's what's going to be going on. So if we can all welcome Jessica up to the microphone podium.
Today I will recite 3 pieces of various and powerful literature to you. The first is a poem I found online titled, "My Parents Warned Me About This" by Anonymous. The second is a section of Jack Halberstam's Female Masculinity. The third piece is a Huffington Post article that we at Women Invigorating Curriculum and Creating Diversity use as a resource, and I have chosen a few key points from it. The article is titled, "Gender-Neutral Bathrooms are Quietly Becoming the New Thing at Colleges" by Kim Bellaware. An issue that some don't think about much is their gender. They can go a whole day without having a single worry about their gender. However, for others, it could be quite the opposite, and their gender is under constant scrutiny, debate, and dispute. Gender identity is how you identify your gender and how you see and understand yourself. Some of us see ourselves as women, some as men, some as a combination of both, some as neither. Some of us have complex identities that may even be fluid and change over time. Gender identity is socially constructed, yet it still pertains to one's sense of self. Gender identity is not only about how one perceives one's own gender, but also about how one presents one's gender to the public. Did you think it was a game? How could you ever think gender was a game? Different costumes to dress up in, rejection of all that pink in your bedroom. Always playing the boy on the playground, but watching Aladdin for the 20th time. Wanting to be the prince, wanting to be the princess. Beautiful and cool, stylish and sweet. All you wanted was to not worry. It was a game, right? Every time they said freak, dyke, he, she, every time they asked, who are you? What are you? They were the villain, and you were the hero. And you sat at that purple line between the colors, and were told you had to pick a side, each one cheering for your acceptance, but holding different kinds of guns, ready for the kill. Do you think it was a game when they ran away screaming? When you forgot to put the t-shirt on with the swim trunks? At your 9th birthday party, you realized for the first time what it meant when a little girl said, "You're what my parents warned me about." Did you think it was a game when the knife was brought up? When you fought the bully like your favorite hero? When you thought you were Robin, you were Starfire, Wonder Woman, Batman. You could take on the whole world and nothing mattered. But you realized you were the one their parents warned them about. And maybe the death threats, the punches, the words, maybe they meant something after all. As you left school for the first time and could never go back, gender stopped being a game. Purple was no longer an acceptable color. I want to focus on what I'm calling the bathroom problem, because I believe it illustrates in remarkably clear ways the flourishing existence of gender binaryism, despite rumors of its demise. Furthermore, many normatively gendered women have no idea that a bathroom problem even exists, and claim to be completely ignorant about the trials and tribulations that face the butch woman who needs to use the public bathroom. But queer literature is littered with references to the bathroom problem, and would not be an exaggeration to call it a standard feature of the butch narrative. For example, Leslie Feinberg provides clear illustrations of the dimensions of the bathroom problem in Stone Butch Blues. And this narrative of the life of the he-she factory worker, Jess Goldberg, Jess recounts many occasions in which she has to make crucial decisions about whether she can afford to use the women's bathroom. On a shopping outing with some drag queens, Jess tells Peaches, "I got to use the bathroom. God, I wish I could wait, but I can't." Jess takes a deep breath and enters the ladies' room. Two women were freshening their makeup in front of the mirror. One glances at the other and finishes applying her lipstick. "Is that a man or a woman?" she said to her friend as I passed them. The other woman turned to me. "This is the woman's bathroom." Their laughter cut me to the bone. I nodded. "I know." I locked the door behind me. "You don't really know if that is a man or not," one woman said to the other. "We should call security to make sure." I flushed the toilet and fumbled with my zipper in fear. Maybe it was just an idle threat. Maybe they really would call the security. I hurried out of the bathroom as soon as I heard both women leave. For Jess, the bathroom represents a limit to her ability to move around in the public sphere. Her body, with its needs and physical functions, imposes a limit on her attempt to function normally despite her variant gender presentation. The women in the restroom, furthermore, are depicted as spiteful rather than fearful. They toy with Jess by calling into question her right to use the restroom and threatening to call the police. As Jess puts it, they would never have made fun of a guy like that. In other words, if the women were truly anxious for their safety, they would not have toyed with the intruder, and they would not have hesitated to call the police. Their casualness about calling security indicates that they know Jess is a woman, but want to punish her for her inappropriate self-presentation. The accusation, "You're in the wrong bathroom," really says two different things. First, it announces that your gender seems at odds with your sex. Your apparent masculinity or androgyny is at odds with your supposed femaleness. Second, it suggests that single-gender bathrooms are only for those who fit clearly into one category, male, or the other, female. Either we need open-access bathrooms or multi-gendered bathrooms, or we need wider perimeters for gender identification. A popular student center at Northwestern University is the latest college campus facility to embrace gender-neutral bathrooms. These are two-gender open bathrooms where students of any gender can go in and use the restroom and feel safe, regardless of gender expression or gender identity. The number of gender-neutral bathrooms has grown in just the past few years, in city-run facilities, workplaces, and most commonly college campuses. There are more than 150 schools across the U.S. that have gender-neutral bathrooms. Safety and access concerns are what commonly prompt schools to adopt gender-neutral bathrooms. According to the Transgender Law Center, non-binary and trans students have been barred from using the restrooms at their schools, while others have been attacked or harassed in restrooms of malls and grocery stores. Forcing trans or non-binary students to use a traditionally gendered restroom repeatedly outs them to other students or employees and stigmatizes them daily by singling them out and prevents them from having critical peer experiences. Activists maintain the goal is not to make bathrooms just for trans or non-binary people, but to make spaces that are safe and accommodating for everyone. Recently, in our own little state of Maine, a young transgender girl, Nicole Maines, won a 7-year-long battle in the court system and won. She won a lawsuit against the Orono School Department over the denial of her access to the girls' bathroom in grade school and middle school. Carissa Cunningham, spokeswoman for GLAAD, told Bangor Daily News, the lawsuit was the first in the country to challenge a transgender student's access to the bathroom of the gender with which the child identified. This case has raised the visibility of the issues of transgender students in schools and the good ways that schools can address these issues and the bad ways that schools can address these issues. We hope this will be a legal building block on how to address these issues. A few months ago, Glamour magazine named Nicole Maines one of 50 hometown heroes, one woman from each state that the magazine honored for making a difference in America. Problems like this aren't going away. People with non-conforming gender identities are not going away. More are born every day. It is stories like Nicole's that ignite some big conversations about transgender rights that have been pushed aside for far too long. I am not only proud of Nicole and her family for fighting 7 long years for justice, but to live in a state that supports true justice. I am proud to say that my school is supporting this community and has established all gender restrooms as of this spring. Thank you to the committee, Women Invigorating Curriculum and Creating Diversity, for making this happen and creating a positive change. Thank you to Dr. Sarah Henches for always being an ally. If you haven't noticed, UMA-Bangor is making changes. Come help us win the battle of equality for everyone. We will always be fighting.
Thank you so much, Jessica. I also wanted to mention that we do have some pamphlets that WICCD is providing for more information about our all-gender bathrooms. If you're interested, you'll find them around here. And also the new WICCD Resource Center is open now in Belfast 219, and you can get all sorts of different resources, or we can point you in the direction of different resources related to all-gender bathrooms, or anything related to gender, to sexuality, to justice in Maine and in the U.S. and around the world. So, again, the mic is now open for anyone else who would like to come up. And of course, Jessica, that was a special class project, so you don't have to speak as long as Jessica did. You can speak as long as you like. So, any takers? Anybody? I brought stuff, but I don't want to hog the mic all the time. And I won't be recording you. Oh, and also you can use the mic or you can not use the mic. I was supposed to say that too.